After shipping animated route transitions, support lit up. Navigation did nothing for 30% of users. The culprit? An unconditional call to an undefined API. The article uses Next.js package, but as of Next.js 16 and React 19.2, the ViewTransitions API is built in via React DOM and does not require a third-party package. Ensure you check the official Next.js documentation for the latest integration method. The article mentions a production incident where missing feature detection caused navigation to fail. Here is a concrete pattern using a custom hook that safely falls back when document start view transition is unavailable. When triggering transitions rapidly, e.g., clicking a link multiple times, the browser queues each transition, potentially causing a backlog. To prevent this, disable the triggering element during the transition or debounce the calls. The article's reorderable list example could suffer from this if the shuffle button is clicked repeatedly. Let's break down Next.js View Transitions, React 19.2 native animation guide, how it works, and the exact mistake behind that failure. View transitions are a browser-native API that lets you animate between DOM states. Instead of a hard cut, the browser smoothly morphs one page into another. This eliminates flash of unstyled content and layout shift, improving perceived performance. To set up view transitions, install the Next.js package and wrap your route layout with the ViewTransitions component. This intercepts client-side navigations and wraps them in the startViewTransition API. Here's the route layout code. The ViewTransitions provider wraps your entire app, enabling native view transitions on route changes. With the provider in place, clicking a next link triggers a smooth crossfade to the new page. No extra code needed, the transition is automatic. Here's a simple link component. Clicking it will trigger a smooth crossfade to the About page, handled by the ViewTransitions provider. You can customize transitions using CSS pseudo-elements. The old page snapshot is animated via ViewTransitionOld and the new page via ViewTransitionNew. Keep animations under 300 ms to avoid sluggishness. This CSS creates a fade-out for the old page and a slide-up for the new page. The animations are defined with keyframes and applied to the pseudo-elements. Shared element transitions are the killer feature. By assigning a ViewTransitionName to an element on both pages, the browser smoothly morphs it from old to new. For example, a product thumbnail can expand into the hero image on the detail page. Here, the product image has a ViewTransitionName of product image. If the same name is used on the listing page, the browser will morph the thumbnail into this hero image. View transitions aren't just for routes. You can animate any state change using the useViewTransition hook. Call startViewTransition with a callback that updates state, and the browser animates between the before and after snapshots. This example shows a shuffle button that reorders list items. The startViewTransition wraps the state update, and each list item has a unique ViewTransitionName to animate smoothly. For Async data, pair ViewTransitions with Suspense. The transition will wait until the new page's suspense boundary resolves, ensuring no blank flash. If you start the transition before data is ready, the old snapshot persists until content appears. Here, the dashboard page uses Suspense. The transition will start only after dashboard content is streamed, so the animation is smooth without a blank screen. Always respect prefers reduced motion for users with vestibular disorders. Use a CSS media query to disable animations entirely. Also ensure focus moves to the new page's main content after transition for screen reader users. This CSS disables all view transition animations when the user prefers reduced motion. It's a simple and effective accessibility measure. Debugging view transitions can be tricky. Use Chrome DevTools Rendering tab to enable the ViewTransitions debugger, which shows snapshot borders and animation timelines. Common issues include missing provider or typos in CSS pseudo-elements. This debug component triggers a view transition on button click. Use DevTools to inspect the pseudo-elements and verify the transition is working. View transitions are compositor threaded, but capturing large DOM snapshots can be expensive. Optimize by scoping transitions to only the changing region and using contain. Layout style paint to reduce paint area. This CSS optimizes list item transitions by containing layout and hinting transform changes. This reduces the paint area and improves performance. Not all browsers support view transitions. Always feature detect and fall back to an immediate update. A polyfill exists but adds bundle size. Use progressive enhancement. Smooth on modern browsers, instant on older ones. This custom hook provides a safe wrapper. It checks if startViewTransition exists, and if not, calls the update directly. This prevents the navigation from breaking on unsupported browsers. Testing animations in CI is challenging. Use Playwright to navigate and wait for transitions to finish. For unit tests, mock the API. Visual regression tools like Percy can catch unintended animation changes. This Playwright test navigates to the About page and waits 500 ms for the transition to complete, then asserts the heading. Adjust the timeout based on your animation duration. In production, use ViewTransitions for page navigations, shared element morphing, and state updates like cart additions. Always scope transitions to the changing component to avoid unnecessary snapshot captures. This button wraps the add item call in startViewTransition, animating the cart icon update smoothly. Note that only the cart badge should be scoped, not the entire header. This is the same issue we highlighted at the start. Here's exactly why that happened. The code called document, startViewTransition, CB, unconditionally. On browsers without the API, that method is undefined, so the call threw an error and the navigation callback never ran, resulting in a frozen page. The code called document, startViewTransition, CB, unconditionally, which throws on browsers without the ViewTransitions API, preventing the navigation callback from running. The fix is straightforward. Check if document startViewTransition exists before calling it. If not, just call the update function directly. This ensures navigation works on all browsers. Calling startViewTransition unconditionally on browsers that don't support it will throw an error and break navigation. Always feature detect first, as shown in the fix. If you forget to wrap your layout with the ViewTransitions provider, root changes will not animate. Always ensure the provider is at the top level. If two elements on the same page share the same ViewTransitionName, the browser may animate the wrong one. Always suffix with a unique ID, like item $ID. This function feature detects the API. If it's missing, it calls update immediately, preserving navigation functionality. The key token is document startViewTransition. To debug, first ensure the provider is in place. Use Chrome Dev Tools Rendering tab to enable ViewTransitions debugging. Check for unique ViewTransition names and test with reduced motion. Let's run through some common interview questions. How do ViewTransitions work in Next.js? They use the browser-native API via NextViewTransitions provider, wrapping root changes in startViewTransition. How to customize transition animations. Use CSS pseudo-elements, ViewTransitionOld and ViewTransitionNew with keyframes. How to handle unsupported browsers. Feature detect document startViewTransition and fall back to immediate update. And a few frequently asked questions. Does ViewTransitions work with App Router? Yes, via NextViewTransitions provider. Can I use ViewTransitions with server components? Yes, transition triggers on client after server response. How to skip transition for certain navigations? Use onBeforeTransition callback or conditional check. Let's recap the key takeaways. Animate root changes with CSS, no libraries. Use ViewTransitionName for shared elements. Scope transitions tightly for performance. Always respect prefers reduced motion. Ready to go deeper? Up next. Next.js monorepo with Turborpo, enterprise architecture, then introduction to Node.js, then Node.js modules and CommonJS and Express.js framework. Find them all at TheCodeForge.io. Thanks for watching. The full article and code examples are covered in detail at TheCodeForge.io.